What's good, DMV Sports fam? It's your boy Name. Obviously you guys can see it's something brand new. I got two people with me. I'll introduce them in a second. This is Touchline Talk, man. I'm gonna try like at least once a week to uh just talk about the Prem mainly. Maybe we can talk about other European leagues, but I mainly only watch the Prem, so I guess that's the downfall for some people. But I guess I'm gonna start introducing people. My boy Amin, go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell them what team you like, why you like them. Let them know who you are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me here. I want to thank you, Naeem, and Abdullah as well, for giving me a chance to be on this podcast. Uh, my name is Amin Ibrahim, and I go to Virginia Tech. I'm a full-time student. My favorite team ever since I was a kid has been Manchester United.
And do it.
Long time fan, so I don't want to see the band at the back right there. So
Yeah.
do what you will. Yeah, ever since I was a kid, my entire family has been Manchester United fan. So I can't turn back on them, even though they have history of bad the last 7 years. Yeah, that's my team.
Yeah, all right, man. Abu Bakr, go ahead, bro.
Hi, what's up, everyone? My name is Abu Bakr, and well, first off, it's an honor for me to be here and make a video for DMVSportsZone, right? I first got introduced to it by Abdullah Ayubi, and the guy is very passionate about it, right? He told me about the YouTube channel before he even told me his name, and for the last 2 years, I've been asking him for soccer content every day, and I really want to thank you for stepping up because I feel like this channel really needed a soccer portion. And yeah, something about me, just like Amin, I've been playing soccer, watching soccer my whole life, longer than I can remember. I should I tell them my favorite soccer team? I feel like I don't
Yeah,
want
go
I
ahead,
don't
go
want you
ahead.
to like think I'm biased, so I'm gonna save it for later.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I guess we'll find out. I guess
I'm
we'll
not
find
gonna
out
tell you
later.
that. Yeah,
All right, man. Yeah, you guys know me. I mean, I recently joined DMV Sports Zone. Obviously, you guys can see I can't hide it, right? The big Liverpool
Yeah.
flag behind me. The thing with me is like when I was little, I used to play like FIFA, like a lot, like most people used to when they were little. And it was crazy. Is like it was my first sport that I really liked. I was like really little, like elementary school. And Wayne Rooney is the one who made me fall in love with football, I guess, like soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. So I was a big Manchester United fan. But the thing was, when I grew older, we live in America, so not as much people knew about football or soccer. Like they didn't watch the Prem, so I started shying away from it. I didn't watch soccer, or football, and then until like 2 years ago, probably, I got back into it. So I haven't been a Liverpool fan for that long. Like
Okay.
I guess people were saying like, oh, why aren't you a Manchester United fan then? But like I really wasn't a Manchester United fan. I was a big Wayne Rooney guy. He's one of my favorite players of all time.
makes
So
sense.
I came back. I started watching football, bro, and the way Liverpool just played with obviously my Muslim brother Mohamed Salah, bro. I had to support
Yeah.
him. Unlike the way how Klopp plays and everything, like it just caught my eye. So I became a Liverpool fan. So here we are.
It's crazy how you
Fair
went
enough.
from
Fair enough.
Rooney to
Yeah,
Liverpool. Just you
yeah.
never do that. They're rivals, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
you do
I
you.
still wish like when I was growing up, like I had like people who watch football and stuff because like after like when I grew up, most people watch like American football, like the NFL. I became a
Mhm.
big NFL guy, but like recently, bro, I got back into football, bro, and it is no comparison, bro. Football is like and is unlike any other, bro.
That
Yeah,
is true.
welcome
So
back.
That is true.
Welcome back.
yeah, yeah. All right, so today's video, our first one, we're gonna predict the upcoming season, man.
Mhm.
We're gonna probably gonna do a tier list so it's easier for you guys to see. So I'm gonna bring that up real quick. All right, so I mean, it speaks for itself. Obviously, you got all the Prem teams down below, and then you got the what three, what like seven slots. You got the winners, you got the UCL spots, you got the European League spots, you got the
Mhm.
Champions League. Champions League? Why is Champions League? Oh, Conference League. Dude, I'm bugging, bro. Mid table, bottom half, and relegation, bro. All right. I guess we'll start from bottom to top, so there's more suspense.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the way. So I guess we'll just get into it, man. Who y'all think 18 to 20, bro? Relegation.
All right.
Um.
I
You
mean,
want
go
you want
ahead.
me to start? Okay. Okay. All right. So I got Sheffield United being the
Okay.
20th. They
Okay.
were runner-up last season in the Champions League, but you know what? They haven't bought any single player this season. I mean, the past summer. Looking at their squad right now, they only have the two players with the value in the squad now is Anel, the center back, and the midfielder, Snatter Burge, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. That's it. That's pretty much it. And they haven't bought anyone, so I'm gonna put them 20th.
All right. But as a disclaimer, like real quick,
Yeah.
we're not doing separate lists. So like I guess since we're starting with relegation, it might be easy to agree on some teams. But once we get higher in the table, we're gonna have to find a way to agree on some of these teams.
Okay.
Like someone might have someone higher, someone might have someone lower. So it's gonna get interesting. But
Yeah.
relegation, I'm pretty sure like at this point, like there's a quite decent pool of teams that could get relegated. So I mean Sheffield United, I'd probably have to agree. I mean most likely they probably will get relegated. Abu Bakr, you want to chime in?
Yeah, I agree with everything you guys said. I actually have Sheffield United at 20th as well. So no argument on that really. You can just place them there. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. What is it? 19th place now. We're moving up just a little bit. Me personally, I'm thinking Wolves, bro. I'm not gonna lie, especially after yesterday.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, so I have my own channel, obviously, the Ball Boys. I think most people know about that now. We did one, and I was arguing with my friends. Like, this was a month ago, though. We did our Prem prediction way early, right? And a lot's happened in a month. Teams got better, teams got worse. And I had the Wolves getting relegated a month ago. And now it seems even more likely to me, especially after firing Julian Lopetegui. I don't know why they sacked him. That was so weird. But, like, they replaced him with Gary O'Neill, who did a pretty good job at Bournemouth last year, so I can't really hate. But like, I don't know, Lopetegui, bro, like they were 20th in December last year, I think. I think they were 20th. And what Julian Lopetegui did in that second half of the season with that squad, bro, I don't know why you would sack him, but in my opinion, either 18th or 19th, I got Wolves going down. Either one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's true because there's a lot of players that are leaving. Right, I would say the spine of the team is leaving. Raul Jimenez, for example, Ruben Neves,
big one,
Diego Costa, João Moutinho. So that's definitely not a hot take. I could see them going down, but I didn't put him down there. I put him at 15. But let's see what Amin says, and we can agree.
Well, when I was making my list, actually, I was like contemplating whether I should put him 18 or 17 Wolves, but I put them on 17s. Last year they only picked they got 11 points away from home, and they only scored about 30-ish goals, one of the lowest scoring teams in the Premier League. They signed Matheus Cunha for 50 million, which is a good investment. But in the contrary, a lot of players are leaving. Ruben Neves is leaving to Saudi. That oil money is getting them on God. John Moutinho, he's also gone. These are top players for the past 2 years for Wolves.
That's true.
I would agree. Literally, I would agree if you trying to put them in the relegated zone. But I got them on 17.
If you got them on 17, I want to hear what you guys have for 18 and 19. I guess we can do both because I guess it really doesn't matter 18 or 19. They're both getting relegated. So I want to hear what you guys got for 18 and 19.
19, I got Luton Town. They just come up, second team to get relegated for me is Luton Town. They have the cheapest squad in the league. They come up third place. They only spent 17 million on 4 players, which is very, very low. And they don't have any experience in the Premier League. They just come up right now. So I got them 19. I got Luton Town, and 18.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys gonna agree or not, but I got Everton on 18.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Everton. They finished 17th last season, and then they sold Moise Kean, one of the best players in the team. They scored a lot of goals, but they sold him, and there's gonna be a lot of pressure on them. So I got 18 Everton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Abu Bakr, what do you got?
19, I also got Luton.
Okay.
It's a fresh squad, no Premier League experience. They barely even have a stadium, so I don't even know if they're gonna handle the pressure of being in the Premier League. So I think they're definitely going down. The 18,
Okay.
surprisingly, I have Nottingham first.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
contemplating. I had Everton going down. But then after seeing like the rest of the squad, rest of the team, Everton was able to survive relegation in my books.
Oh,
But I could totally see them going down. They did not make any key signings. They only got Ashley Young and what's his name is from Tottenham. And yeah, what do you think, Naeem?
dude, I'm not gonna lie, Forest is a little surprising to me, but I could see. Yeah, you said they didn't make they didn't make any new signings, but you gotta remember, like, dude, they mean like I remember like at one point they made like 20 signings last year. Like they did all their work during the season, and I don't think I expected them to do any signings during in the summer at all. But like, I mean, Forest, I don't know. Like, I'd probably have them bottom half, me personally. I mean, who'd you say was the other team? Everton, right?
Yeah, for me, 18 is
Yeah,
Everton.
yeah. I'm gonna have to lean towards you because, dude, every year like they're on the fringe of either getting relegated or they're bottom half. To like, I think one of these years they have to, bro. Like, if you look at their squad, bro. Their squad is bad, bro. Like, they keep selling players every year. Like, someone may argue their best player is Jordan Pickford, and you know, best player is the goalie.
Yeah.
It's not the best look on you. So me personally, I think I'm gonna put Everton there. But like, it is a toss up. Like, again, like there's gonna be a lot of teams that are gonna fight for relegation, just like every year.
It's crazy too that they're moving to a new stadium next season, I think, and it's very sad.
Yeah, but eventually you can't keep fighting relegation off like that, bro. Eventually you're gonna go down, bro. And I think this might be the year. This might be the year, man. All right, so I guess we can move up into the bottom half, 13 to 17. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's all good.
Depends on Albert Lewin if he wants to play this season or not. Because last season he was injured, and I feel like that hurt them. If he scores like the season before last season, I think they don't stay.
I think that's every year with DLC, bro. Like DCL, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, bro. Like, he just can't stay healthy, man. Like, he's a good striker for them, but like again, like you said, he can't stay healthy. So again, like I don't know even if he stays healthy this year, I don't know if he's gonna get the service like that. Like their whole team is just like bad in my eyes. So I'd say they go down. But let's move up a little bit. Let's go to 17th place, man. Let's go to 17th place.
17. I got, like I told you guys earlier, I had Wolves.
They do have some good signings, but not enough to like they can like at the top half of the table. So I have them at 17.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I had Wolves going down, so 17th is probably the next spot we'd have to put them. All right, so I think with the rest of the bottom half teams, 13 to 16, I think we just like say them out. So like, I mean, who do you think you just have in that whole section instead of going one by one? Who do you think is gonna finish bottom half?
Bottom half, Bournemouth, Burnley, Nottingham Forest. I have those, and Fulham too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fulham, Burnley, Nottingham Forest, and Bournemouth. Okay. What about you, Abubakar?
13, 16. Starting from 16th place, I have Crystal Palace, Wolves, and West Ham. That's what I have.
Crystal Palace, Wolves, West Ham.
Okay. What do you guys think?
That's like I think that's like completely different from Amin.
Yeah.
Amin had Bournemouth. He had Burnley. Who else did you have? You had Fulham. Dang, that's completely different. So we gotta talk about this now. Okay. Me personally, I think I'll just go 16 and like 15. I think two teams who could definitely finish down there are Burnley, because again they just moved up to the Prem, and you know how like new teams tend to not do so well, I think. And then Vincent Company as well, he's the manager, so I'd like to see him do well, but I don't think they will. So I'd personally have Burnley there, and then another team I'd have to agree with Abu Bakr saying Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
I honestly like them losing Wilfred Zaha is a big loss in my opinion. But they still got Eze and Elise up front. But again, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Their defense is still shaky.
Yeah.
Their midfield is shaky.
Yeah.
And then they don't really have a number 9 like that. Who is Jordan Ayew maybe is the starter or who else?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I personally I agree with Crystal Palace. So I agree Burnley. So that's 1-1, and then I agree with Crystal Palace. All right, so we got to discuss these last 2 spots. I know Amin also had Bournemouth down here. Who else did you have?
Bournemouth, I had 14. Bournemouth was 15 for me, and then 14th I had Nottingham Forest. I say that because they bought Anthony Elanga, one of my favorite players from United.
Okay.
I know he's gonna do great there because that's like he's gonna show them off how Man United was. So I think they're gonna do great there. Yeah, I got them as 14th, and the 13th I had Fulham.
Okay, Fulham.
Yeah.
And then Abu Bakr, you tell me again who you had in the bottom half.
So I had Crystal Palace, Wolves, Everton, and West Ham.
Everton.
Everton and Wolves are already on there, so that's not where. I had Bournemouth at 17, so I agree with Amin. Them going down, or not going down, but like being.
Yeah, I agree as well.
I agree as well. One thing I'd like to mention though, Burnley finished with 101 points in the championship, right? Just get out there. I had them at 12th place.
Okay.
Not that big of a difference. I agree. Let's put them there. But that's definitely a team to watch out for. And company's doing a really good job with his coaching.
Oh, yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, he's Pep's predecessor, and we already knew his time in Man City. He was a great leader, a great captain, so I could definitely see that. But Bournemouth, thinking about it, I definitely agree with Bournemouth as well. I think that was one of the big shocks over the summer. One of the big shocks was them firing Gary O'Neill, which was kind of crazy in my opinion because he did a really good job for them. I know they started off slow, but the second half of the season, he did a really good job for them. And again, yeah, I don't know why they sacked him, but then I guess he got picked up by Wolves, so I think he's chilling now. Hey, you never know. Bournemouth might pick up Lopetegui. You never know.
Yeah, they conceded like 71 goals last season too. They don't have like a prolific goal scorer. So they're down there.
That's true.
Yeah. So we got 17, 16, 15. Oh, so we need one more team in this bottom half. You guys said Forest as well, I think. Forest, and you said West Ham, right? Abu Bakr, you said West Ham.
I agree with Forest. I personally had them going down to the championship actually. So
okay, yeah. So I think I'll put Forest down here. I think I'll agree with you. Because it's a toss up with all these teams. It's gonna be a tight race again with relegation and everything. All right. Let's move up a little bit more mid-table. I think this is where it's gonna get a little dicey because a lot of teams again could fall in here. So 12 and 11, who you guys got down there?
I mean
12 and 11. 12 I had West Ham.
Okay.
On one league higher for winning like the Conference League. But they have lost their best player, and it comes with like 105 million pounds. If they do good with that investment and if they spend it on a good player, they might go up to 11 or 10 maybe. But if they just keep that money and they're not going to invest it in the next season, then I see them as 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had 12. I had Burnley, and 11th I had Fulham. Obviously, according to our tier list, I think I would agree with West Ham being 12th because I had them at 13. So
I will too.
Yeah.
Oh, plus, we can't forget they have like Europa League to focus on this season. That's going to be a lot of injuries. There's going to be a lot of tired players. So,
yeah. I know. I think it came out earlier today that Lucas Paqueta is on Manchester City's watch list. So that's going to be interesting to watch as well. I think they signed Edson Alvarez as well. I think they might have made another signing, but I'm forgetting who it was. I'm pretty sure they made another signing. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, like Amin said, bro, Declan Rice is a big loss. I mean, he's been the main guy for how long now? As a goal scoring, Mikel Antonio's fell off really. Like at once he was a like a decent striker in the league, but now last year like he really fell off.
Yeah.
Their defense is shaky. I mean, Aguero is solid, but outside of that, again, there's question marks. David Moyes is a big question mark himself. Like he didn't have the best year last year. I mean, I guess his job was saved because they won the Conference League, so I guess that was a big savior for him.
That's
so outside of West Ham, I think Fulham probably.
Yeah, that's why.
I think I'd probably have to go Fulham as well down there. Again, like not a lot of upgrades to their team. They're a decent squad as it is right now though, because they still got Polinia, Mitrovic, Andreas Pereira, who else? Anthony Robinson. So they're a decent squad altogether.
No, definitely. And they finished 10th last season with 52 points. They added Raul Jimenez. I mean,
they did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. But it's uncertain that Mitrovic might be gone to Saudi too.
That too.
Yeah, that might be a big loss for them if they lose Mitrovic, which is one of their best striker for the past 2-3 years, even the championship. So it's gonna be a big loss. But if he stays, then they have a chance on finishing like the top half.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that, man. Who else do you have? I guess that's 11 and 12, so we need 10, 9, and 8. Three more teams down here.
10, I got Brighton.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. 9th, I have Brentford. And 8th, political, but I have Chelsea.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Chelsea, okay. Yeah, I want you to talk on that Chelsea pick, man. We gotta see. We gotta see why.
First off, they literally sold half their team, right? Who is not out, right? And I feel like for the new team, the younger squad to, make an impact, they need to play for more than just like a preseason. You know what I mean? And I feel like they didn't get that many good signings. The only good signing I would say would be Nkuku, and he just got injured and he's out for 4 months.
Yeah.
And after losing Havertz, Kovacic, Mason Mount, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Koulibaly, Aubameyang, like I can go on. Conte, they're not going to recover from that in just one season. So that's why I put them 12th originally. But then I was like, they're going to eat me up in the comments. So I was like, let me put...
I put Chelsea on 5th, even though you say, let's not forget last season they just couldn't score goals. They were one of the lowest scoring teams in the division. But I still put them as on 5th because I don't know, like they have that magnitude, like when you're a big club, top 5, top 6 in the Premier League. I couldn't see them go out like top 10. He's right. I have to agree with that. They sold literally half of their teams. They spent about 300 or 500 million pounds last season.
Something like that.
And
they're just gone like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the reason I have Brighton that low after an exceptional season last season is because they sold McAllister. And I mean, it'll be hard to replace McAllister, especially after we've seen what he can do, both with Brighton and with Argentina, and I feel like it's gonna affect them, right? So that's why I have them 10th.
I mean, Brighton, bro. I kind of agree because I think they're in the Europa League right next season. So squad depth, injuries is gonna come into play. They obviously They obviously signed João Pedro. I think they signed Milner as well from us. So they definitely brought in some people, but obviously you said they lost McAllister. They probably will lose Caicedo as well. He's out the door. Whether he goes to Chelsea or whether he goes to some other club, that's still to come.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see Brighton down here, but I don't know. Their attack power is still pretty decent because they still got Matoma. They got Sully March. They got Pedro and Ferguson up top. They also have Welbeck. And then they have Enciso in the midfield. I'm pretty sure they probably have more players in the midfield. There's Stupinian in the back.
Yeah.
He's nice. Lewis Dunk. So, I mean, if they're not in mid-table, I'd probably put them 7. So I wouldn't mind putting them down low here. But, I mean, at the end, we could always see like if we want to make any changes.
Yeah.
On 10th, and you said 10th and 9th, right? We're doing 10th and 9th right now?
11, 12, 10. Yeah, there's one more team left, right?
Yeah. I have
one more.
10th, I had Brentford, 9th, Aston Villa, and 8th, Brighton.
Okay. Yeah. So which one do you want to put mid-table, Aston Villa or Brentford? Because Brian's already here.
I say let's go with Brentford since I also have them at 9th place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Brentford. So why do you guys think Brentford?
One of the biggest problems they're gonna have this season is they lost Ivan Toney.
Gambling.
Yeah. He's injured too, but they say this injured, but it's because of his gambling situation. That's gonna be a big loss for them.
One thing, however, they just signed Romeo Beckham. I don't know if he's anything like other, but if he is a top 4, no, I'm not kidding, but they're definitely out of finish 9th place. They could definitely go higher if he's good, but these signings. But I feel like it's not enough to be in the top 8 in my opinion.
Yeah, I can definitely see Brentford down there. I mean, obviously Ivan Toney's a big loss because of the gambling. I don't if you guys know, please tell me because I don't. How long is he out for the gambling? How long?
I believe he's out until January.
Oh, that's literally half the season, man. That's a big loss. They do have Brian Mbeumo and Johan Wissa up top. They're capable, but like they're obviously not Ivan Toney level. But I mean, even if Brentford finish around here, I feel like that's still a solid season for them, especially when you don't have your best player for half the season. So Brentford 8, I could see that definitely happening. But now top 7, bro. Obviously the Conference League, the Champions League, the Europa League. It's gonna get spicy, bro. Like I want to see who you guys have. So we'll start off with obviously the Conference League, bro. Who do you guys think you guys have for 7th?
Me?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So 7th, I have Tottenham.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, 8th, I had Brighton, and then 6th, I have Newcastle.
Okay.
Yeah, they have sold Neeson Maximin, which is a big loss for Newcastle. We really need some wingers on the left flank. They got good option like Isaac. They're also in the Champions League, which is a big competition for them. They haven't been in the Champions League for how long? I don't even remember. It's gonna be a big challenge for them, so that's why I put them on 6.
So you said you had Tottenham in 7th?
Tottenham 7. They had added James Maddison, brilliant addition to the team. So that's the only thing they have pretty much. If there might be a case that Kane might leave too, so considering that's why I put him on 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be a big factor that we don't know at the moment. But personally, at 7th, I have Aston Villa.
Okay.
They had a very good season last year. 7th place with 61 points, and they added Yuri Tielemans, and he's a very from Leicester City, who are unfortunately down. But they also signed some defenders like Pau Torres from Villarreal, and he previously worked with Unai Emery, so I feel like that's gonna be good chemistry right there. They also signed Moussa Diaby, who's a winger, and I feel like he's definitely gonna contribute. So I have them finishing at the same spot as they finished last season, 7th.
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see.
They're also in the Conference League too, right?
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely see it going both ways between Tottenham and Aston Villa. Me personally, I'm gonna lean towards Tottenham because I remember when we did our on my channel, we did our video a month ago. Dude, at that point, like it looked really likely that Harry Kane was gonna leave. Now it looks like Harry Kane probably will stay. There's still a small chance that he'll leave, but I'm leaning towards him staying at this point. But a month ago, bro, if Harry Kane left, I had Tottenham finishing mid-table to bottom half. I don't like Tottenham at all because I think again, like their biggest year after year, their biggest weakness is their defense. And
Yep.
year after year, they just don't address it, man.
That's true.
They just like their defense is like, bro, it's a curtain, bro. You can easily walk through it, bro. And like besides Christian Romero, like I mean, even Christian Romero, like after the World Cup, he kind of fell off a little bit in the second half of
That
the
is
season.
true.
Yeah. So even him, he's questionable. We know about the rest: Ben Davies, Clement Longley. Well, I don't even know who Pedro Porro, Davison Sanchez. Like it's just bad, bro. And I don't see them improving. Obviously, they can probably score more goals. Obviously, you still got Son, Kulusevski, Kane, and then obviously you got Madison. They'll get back Bentancur from injury. Højbjerg is solid. Like their midfield to their attack is solid. Like it's solid. I mean, their attack is way more than solid. When you got Son and Kane, it's really good. But their defense is always letting them down. Their defense is terrible. So me personally, I'd go with Tottenham, finishing at 7th.
The only reason why I have them at 6, and I believe that Aston Villa is going to be tired from like the European and they're not used to it, and especially. I believe that Kane's going to stay. And Son, he's definitely going to play better than last season. Last season was rock bottom, right? He can only improve. I definitely see him higher than Aston Villa. But them 7th, I agree with you. So.
Who's their coach right now, Tottenham?
It's Postecoglou. I think he last coached at Celtic, I think.
I think so.
I don't know too much about him, but I heard he was pretty good at Celtic. But I mean, that's not saying much in my opinion. So I guess we'll see when he comes to the Prem how he adapts. So it'll be nice to see what he does with the squad. But again, like dude, when the top 6 teams like that finished last year, bro, you look at their attacks, deadly, bro. And with Tottenham's defense, like. I don't know, man. It's just gonna be too easy for teams to score, in my opinion.
Let's put them at 7 then.
Yeah, I definitely think 7. All right, 5th and 6th, man. I think Amin, you said you had Newcastle, and Abu Bakr, you said you had Aston Villa. So I mean, I agree with both of you guys. They'll finish 5th and 6th. Either way, whatever way they go, they'll be in that spot. But talk about them, man. What do y'all think?
Newcastle, man, very good team. I like that team. Alexander Isak, that boy's insane, right? Just amazing, right? I'm very happy that they fought for Champions League, but obviously it's a double-edged sword. They're gonna get tired, and just like how Amin mentioned, they lost Sam Maxima to Saudi, and it's definitely gonna show. It's gonna show. But one thing that he didn't mention is they signed Harvey Barnes from Leicester City and Oli from Juventus or was it
AC Milan?
Yeah, and that's just for me. They're solidifying their midfield and also adding Harvey Barnes was very good on the left side. So I have them in 5th place, just missing out on the top 4 because they're gonna get tired from the Champions League. What do you guys think?
Okay. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. It's the same thing. I have him on, I believe, 6. Yeah, I have him 6. They sold Neeson Maxima, which is one of my favorite players on their squad. But they still got Colin Wilson. They got Elliot Anderson. They got Kieran Trippier, which is another good player on the right side. They got Miguel Almiron. If he does good, like last season, they might bump to 5th. But I still have to put them 6 because considering the Champions League, it's going to be a new competition, new environment. Getting adapted to that environment is going to be tough for them, I believe.
Yeah, for Newcastle, I definitely have to agree with you guys. Like Eddie Howe, bringing Newcastle to the Champions League in like how long? I don't even remember. But yeah, their squad depth is okay. I think Sandro Tonali, in my opinion, was a little overpriced. But like at this point, prices don't really matter. It's just
Yeah.
how the players play. Like everyone's got money these days. At this point, it's just how the player ends up playing. Obviously their attack, Alexander Isak, bro, he had a great second half of the season. The way he turned up, dude, it was different, man.
Yeah.
Callum Wilson, obviously too. Miggy Almiron, he had a great first half of the season, but he did die down the second half. But they did get Harvey Barnes. Obviously, that's a great pickup from Leicester. Yeah, they still got one of the best defenses. They still got Sven Botman, who had a great year last year. Fabian Schär, his duo, Trippier. And then midfield, bro, potentially their best player, they got Bruno Guimaraes still.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could definitely see them in fifth, but like it's just them going down one spot because they have to balance between Champions League and Prem. So, I mean, either way, it's still a good season for them.
Yeah.
In fifth, I guess like I didn't ask you guys, I just assumed. So, Abu Bakr said he had 6, and you said you had Newcastle at 6. What do you guys have for fifth?
Oh, go ahead, Amin.
I had Chelsea at fifth.
Oh,
but
okay,
now
okay.
seeing his Buki's reasoning, I think it makes sense to put him somewhere around eighth. So
yeah, I had Newcastle at fifth and Tottenham at 6.
Okay.
So
Tottenham at 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that ends up it checks out pretty well.
Right.
But now this is probably the part where most people have been waiting for, the top 4, man. I mean, it's gonna get controversial. It can go either way between all 4 of these teams. Well, I probably wouldn't say that actually, but I guess we could start off with the Champions League spots. Who do you guys have 4th?
One thing I
just making top 4.
You want to go ahead, Buki?
Yeah, I noticed that both of you didn't put Man U or Liverpool outside the top 4 when they're
obviously.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I think they both make top 4.
Top 4 I have United. I'm sorry, I mean.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. You said I'm sorry, I mean. So I'm guessing you're not a United fan.
Who, me?
I'm not.
No, Abu Bakr.
Oh, Walker. He's not.
Because he still hasn't told me what team, so I'm just trying to guess. So I'm guessing he's not a United fan.
I'm not. I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay,
Wait for it.
Okay.
They have some good signings. Mason Mount, Onana, and the Norwegian guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that team. I feel like they need a little bit more experience, especially now they're in the Champions League. That's good for them, but I think next year was a little touch from the coach. I think they'll definitely improve. I don't see him being top this season. Looking at the other squad that we haven't mentioned yet, and also the De Gea leaving. I mean, controversial, but not bad. One thing, however, Maguire might be leaving, so that might take him to top 3. But for
yes,
Maguire itself might move him a spot. That's crazy. Maguire leaving. Okay. Abu Bakr, I mean, you're the United fan. He had him 4th. Who do you have 4th? Who do you have 4th?
That hurts, actually. That hurts, man. Okay. I have him 2nd.
Oh, wow. No bias there, right? No bias there?
No bias. Just pure love.
Okay.
Definitely think it. But 4th, I had Liverpool, actually. I had Liverpool 4th. Last season, they had a great season. Not as quite great that we wanted to be, but again, they're in I believe, the Conference League or the Europa League this season.
Europa League.
So that's going to be another competition, another headache for them. They have a new signing, Topper Lane, who is from Leipzig, RB Leipzig, forward, which is a great addition. But again, we have to see a lot from Darwin Núñez. We have to see a lot from Luis Diaz, who was also injured last season. So I don't know if they show up, these players show up, then we might be able to see them finishing maybe top three, top two. But it all depends on those players, and it all depends on what Jurgen Klopp thinks about them. The squad is really stacked. They had a really bad season last season, but again, I see them finishing top four.
Yeah. Me personally, I have United fourth. Right. I gotta agree with I had United fourth just for the fact that I think some of their signings just don't move me like that. Rasmus Højlund for all that money, like he's coming in as a new number 9, but he's really unproven if you think about it. He's really gonna have to prove himself, see how he is. So I can't really make a judgment on that. Mason Mount doesn't move me again. He hasn't looked too good in preseason. It's more depth that helps, but like I don't know. Their defense, I feel like their defense they needed more depth as well, but they didn't make any signings, did they? Defensively. Obviously Maguire is leaving, but like defensively they didn't make any signings. Onana's a big pickup for them because I feel like De Gea was a big letdown. It was a big reason why they were losing games, obviously. We know what happened with De Gea. But dude, and then Marcus Rashford for me, he's starting to become a little overrated amongst fans, especially United fans, man.
Oh man, no, this is just pure hate now. This is not football.
No. I'll tell you what. Marcus Rashford is a great goal scorer, right? He's a good goal scorer. But in my opinion, bro, like you watch these games that he eventually ends up scoring, bro. You look at him, bro. He's gone for most of the games. He's not doing anything. And he obviously randomly comes up with a goal, but like outside of him scoring goals, there's just no impact on the team throughout 90 minutes. Like, so for me, like, that can only take you so far, especially in the Champions League, bro. Like, it's not easy to come goal randomly. Like, it's gonna take a lot of build up for you to get into the game, and for him to like just be non-existent for 80 minutes, and then in the 90th minute he finally comes with a goal. It's gonna be tough for United to move on like that.
I agree.
So for me, that's why like another big reason I have United fourth. So
Rashford can't be the main guy at United, and that's why they're trying to make him right. They're trying to build around him from the academy, but he's just not that guy. I'm sorry to say. I feel like he needs another star that he can support. Like let's say Mbappe was in that team, Rashford would be really helpful. But he can't be the guy face of United at the moment. And I feel like they're not going to win anything if he keeps playing. I'm sorry to say. Either buy someone good that can help him out or just sell this guy. Not hating on Rashford.
No, you guys are right. He is not like, someone you rely on like 90 minutes, entire thing. But if what's his name, Ericsson and Bruno Fernandes show up actually supporting the midfield, I think he can do better. He doesn't have to focus on the midfield, even though he's a winger. But sometimes if your midfielders are not doing great, providing you, then that might be the case. Why he is not the player we want it to be. But you guys are right. Mount, again, I don't really see anything on him. I was not happy or sad when he was signed, but I'm really optimistic about the new signing, Rasmus Højlund. I don't know if I pronounced that correct, but he's a Denmark from Denmark. They're comparing him with Holland, which is a little funny for me, but we'll see what happens. But listen, the problem with this club, I love this club, but the problem with this club is with the ownership. Most fans thought this year was the year that we're gonna sell, like what happened with Commanders, right? Yeah. This year we thought it was gonna be done. The Qatars were gonna have it, but that fell down again. Yeah. As long as these owners are in there, I don't think the Man United will be the top team that we want it to be.
Yeah.
They're just the Blazers family. They're not good. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But again, I have them at second. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree, bro. Like for me, one of the big things like you guys were rumored with all summer was Harry Kane, right? Harry Kane coming to United. Bro, I thought if you guys got Harry Kane would have fit the United system so well dude, you guys would have been. Imagine like Harry Kane dropping back, and you got Rashford and Anthony, going forward, and obviously Kane with his technical ability, he can just play the pass or score. Like it would have been amazing for you guys, but I guess they didn't want to spend the big money.
Yeah.
It's every summer, like literally every summer, we talk about Kane being addition to the club, but it just fell down every year.
All right, so I mean, I'm gonna lead it off with third place. I mean, we're talking about bad ownership. We're talking about getting people every summer. I think let's just get the twin brother in here. I got Liverpool finishing third, man. I'm pretty sure you guys do too.
Okay.
Or am I sure? I'm pretty sure you guys do too as well.
Yeah.
Third.
I had
You probably Amin probably had him fourth, and then United. He said United second. He said United second.
Yeah.
Who'd you have in third?
Third, I had Arsenal.
Oh my.
Yeah.
that's actually crazy.
Okay, so I want to start off with you. Why do you have Arsenal in third and not second or first, where most people have them?
Let me make this simple. They got Declan Rice. That is good. Okay. That's a good addition to the club. But they got Kai Havertz. That guy's not going to do anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate it. I didn't see him doing anything in Chelsea, and he's not gonna do great on this. Look at we saw the competition, the one they won, the Community Shield. Yeah. He didn't do anything. Literally. So Kai Havertz is not a good addition to the club. But as well, they have Emily Smith-Rowe, which is he came back from an injury, so he's gonna do great. They're going to be in the Champions League. Imagine. Now, they have not been in the Champions League for the past 6-7 years. And these youngsters, they don't know what Champions League feels like. So, just considering that, I put them on third.
Okay. Abu Bakr, you and I think we had Liverpool. So, I'll let you start off. Why do you have Liverpool third?
Liverpool third. I feel like they don't have a good enough squad to compete with Arsenal, and
I agree.
But they have a better squad than United, and especially they got rid of the dead weight like Henderson, Firmino, Naby Keita, Miller, Ox. They're all out, and they got new people like McAllister and the new guy Dominic and Luis Diaz. Hopefully he stays healthy. You know, if everything works out just like they planned, I feel like they're going to do well. But not good enough to be in the top two. But I feel like there's definitely going to be a clear gap between them and Man United. I feel like they're going to be close to Arsenal or City, whoever's second.
Yeah, I agree. I think with Liverpool, like watching them in the preseason, as a Liverpool fan, bro, I think most Liverpool fans as well. Like the starting defense is good, but like the depth after that, bro. The defense is bad. Matip has not been playing well. Joe Gomez has been bad. There's no other option. I mean, I guess Costas Tsimikas, he's been all right. But then I guess the biggest question mark is still Trent. I think everyone as a Liverpool fan going into the summer was expecting Trent to be a full-time midfielder because we saw him in the Euro qualifiers with England, bro. He was playing as a number 10, and he was going, oh, my God. He was granted, I guess it was against small countries. Like, the teams weren't good, but, like, some of the passes he was making were just incredible. So, I would have, as a Liverpool fan, I would have loved to have him full-time midfield, but he's going to play inverted again. That's what it looks like. The second half of the season, we played inverted, and the area between Konate and Trent was just getting exposed every single game, and it was just too easy for teams to get behind. And then obviously Robertson is a great player, but like him playing left center back is just not it. He didn't know how to adapt to that role. Maybe he does better with the whole summer to learn the role, and maybe he does better next season, but I'm still shaky on the defense. But I think if you look up the field, especially with our two attacking midfielders now, Szoboszlai and McAllister, I think those are great pickups. I think they'll do a great job. And then honestly, in my opinion, like Liverpool bar City might have the second best attack in the league. If you look at the starters and you look at the bench, like the bench is almost as good as the starters, bro. You got Jota coming off the bench, Nunez, depending on if you want Gakpo to start or Nunez. You got Luis Diaz, and then again you got Salah, but I mean, I want to see who they play behind him, but it's most likely to just be Mo Salah. So I mean, that's great enough. And the attack is going to save us next year. We're going to be scoring a lot of goals, but the question mark is how much are we going to let up, like 1 or 2 goals every game. So yeah, I definitely see us being in third.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like Nunez is definitely going to be better. Last season that was his first season. It takes a lot to adapt to the Premier League. It's not easy. But we saw him towards the last few games. He was playing better. Same with Gapco. And I feel like them two, they're gonna kick it off better. And hopefully, like I said, Luis Diaz is gonna stay healthy. That's gonna be good for them. And of course, Salah. Nothing else to hear about Salah. He's just Salah. And,
one point I did want to make is I saw earlier today that Chelsea made a bid for Romeo Lavia, the player that Liverpool's been trying to go for the past week. If you guys haven't seen, dude, Liverpool, the asking price from Southampton was 50 million for Romeo Lavia, and Liverpool bid 42, 44, 46. And now and Chelsea comes in and they bid like 48, 49. And if they come in and just basically steal Romeo Lavia from us, bro, it's gonna look so bad on FSG. I mean, we already know FSG sucks. They need to leave, just like the Glazer family for United. We both have that. We both have that in common. Like for you to just keep bidding like 2 million, increasing 2 million every time, bro. If they value him at 50 mil, you either pay the 50 mil or you don't. Like you don't play these games, and now you got Todd Bowley and Chelsea coming in. They were working on the Caicedo deal. I guess they might not pay. They might not get him, and they might just steal Lavia from us. And then we have to find out where to go, who to get. Because if you look at our holding future, bro, we have Stefan Bajcetic, who was last year, but then again, he's like what 18, 19. He can't play week in and week out for us. So we need another person. We obviously lost Fabinho. So if they steal Lavia from us, now we just have to see. That's another question mark. Where will Liverpool go for their defensive midfielder?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. First and second, man. I mean, I think this is most football fans' first and second for next year. City and Arsenal. Obviously, Amin already spoiled his. He has United going second, which is very, very questionable. But okay, Abu Bakr, who do you have second?
Should I say second? Who I have first?
Ooh. Okay, let's go first. Okay. No. Who do you have first?
This was really hard for me to pick. I feel like both teams have a chance of winning Premier League, but just go with the old reliable Pep Guardiola, Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
I have them as well, man.
Right. Although I feel like the chemistry is kind of dying off, right? With Mahrez leaving, and Foden was. I don't know if you guys heard what's happening with Foden and Pep Guardiola. There's something going on.
Really?
Those also who left. So this might shake up a few things, and I feel like Haaland is definitely going to get marked better this time, and I could definitely see Arsenal winning the league, right? Especially with the new signings they got. They got pretty good solid signings, like Declan Rice, and Kai Havertz. But again, you can't bet against City and Pep Guardiola. So it's gonna be close, but I have City winning the league.
Yeah. Let's just be honest. The realistic City. I have City too. Number one.
Yeah.
City have the very strong squad and the best manager probably in the history. They also got a good signing, Josko from RB Leipzig, Josko Garvidio. I don't know how to spell his name or pronounce his name. Which is for 77 million euros. That's a lot of money for a defender. But they still got Haaland. They still got KDB, Kevin De Bruyne. They still got Foden, Grealish. Grealish has to show up this season. Actually, I want to see a lot from. They spent 100 million on him. Probably scored 10 goals last season. So, he needs to show up. But still, I got City number one.
Yeah, I mean, me too, bro. I mean, Liverpool fans know, bro. All these years competing against City, bro. You can't do nothing about it. Liverpool had one of the greatest seasons of all time. And yet again, we lost one game. Yet again, 98 points or 99 points, whatever it was. City beat us by a point. So there's only so much like you could do with City, like the way they play, man. I mean, I'm not gonna praise City like too much because I mean we all know Arsenal choked the league last season. The way they finished the league off, they bottled the league bad,
Yeah.
but like the way the City doesn't make those mistakes go into the end. Pep doesn't make those mistakes, so they're the most reliable team.
Yep.
I think they're obviously the easiest one to go with, and plus, bro, their depth, even with Champions League, bro, their depth is insane. They have a whole nother starting lineup off the bench, bro. Like it's crazy. I remember when they played Chelsea towards the end of last season, bro. Their bench was playing. Their bench started,
Yeah.
but their bench was absolutely amazing, bro. They had
Yeah.
great names across the bench. So again, like obviously signing Gavardio, bro. I don't know how many center backs he has now. Kyle Walker is still staying. Cancelo's leaving, but even when Cancelo leaves, I think they'll be fine. They
Yeah.
lost Gundogan. That was a big piece, obviously, but Kovacic, I think he's more than capable of playing that role. Riyad Mahrez is gone, but they got Bernardo Silva. Obviously, Cole Palmer, their youngster, he won the Community Shield this past weekend. He's great. Yeah, dude, like Julian Alvarez is their backup striker, man. Come on, bro. Like he could start in so many teams if you took him out of City. He could start in my opinion, he could start at Arsenal over Jesus and Havertz, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so dude, it's just like Abu Bakr said, bro, all reliable, man. So I don't want to touch up on them too much, but Arsenal second is what we have. Well, I guess Amin had United second, so
yeah,
we're not, bro.
You can't forget though the reason why I put Arsenal. I want to mention a little something. They haven't been in these big competition in a while, especially Champions League. When you're top six, when you finish top six in English, you have to play FA Cup, you have to play Carabao Cup, you have to play EFL, so you have to play Champions League. There's a lot of competition that they have to endure. So that's why I put them third because they haven't experienced those much of amount of games.
I agree, but putting United is just crazy. At least for Liverpool.
What can I say, man?
Yeah, I mean,
Born United, always United.
In my opinion, bro, like that's always a factor, right? More competitions is always going to make it harder for you in the league. But I think Arsenal are built for that, bro. They have good depth now. They don't have the best depth, but they definitely did sign great people. Bro, Jurrien Timber is a great signing in my opinion. Now, if you look at their fullbacks, they still got Zinchenko. They still got Ben White. They still got Tomiyasu. That's good enough. You got Gabriel and Saliba. Saliba coming back. He was a big loss. He's one of the reasons why they choked the league last year. He's coming back, obviously. You got Ramsdale in goal still. Partey, he collapsed in the second half of the season. Thomas Partey did not play well. Obviously, now you got Declan Rice. Kai Havertz is going to play that 10 role alongside Odegaard. I guess that's and that 10 role is where he thrived. If you guys don't remember, before he went to Chelsea, he was at Leverkusen, and that's where he thrived. So I guess that's what Mikel Arteta is going to bring out of him. Martinelli on the left, Smith Rowe, like Amin said, he's going to be back. Trossard, a great pickup for them. Jesus just got injured too in preseason, so I guess we'll see what that is. They'll probably start Nketiah, I'm thinking, because at this point we know Havertz can't play 10. He can't be a number 10 at all. And Nketiah he's serviceable. He played all right last year, so I'd start Nketiah. But like my biggest question mark with Arsenal still is Bukayo Saka, but it's not his ability. Like he's an amazing player. It's just, dude, they don't have anybody to rotate in and out with Bukayo. And if you guys watch Arsenal, every single year Bukayo is drained at the end of the season, every single year. And now including Champions League, where obviously they're going to want him to play, too. You can't expect the dude to play. He's like 21, 22. You can't expect him to play 80 games a year, like 90 games a year, whatever it may be, right? Like, it's going to be tough. So they definitely that's definitely going to be something to watch with them.
No, definitely. It's going to be a big problem for a lot of the clubs that we mentioned. Arsenal, like, I mean, made a good point. they're youngsters. They don't even know the sound of the Champions League anthem. So,
Exactly.
but I feel like Mikel Arteta, he's a protege of what's his name, Pep Guardiola. He's gonna do his magic. Yeah, I feel like they're better than Liverpool and United. So by process of elimination, they're gonna finish second.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, man. I mean, this is looking like the table, bro. Do you guys have any swaps you guys want to make looking at it now, or do you guys think it's good?
Let me see. Let me look at it one more time. Yeah.
You never know the Prem. Leicester City just might, happen.
But I really want to see Chelsea, though. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Chelsea, it's gonna be a very surprising events every game, literally.
Unless they sign like Mbappe and Neymar at the same time, bro. Sorry.
Literally.
It's gonna be like you said, it's gonna be interesting because they did sign Pochettino. Obviously, we know they're who they have. Who's their manager last year?
Which one do you want? They had like 3.
No, the one from Brighton. I don't remember his name.
Graham Potter.
Potter.
Graham Potter. Yeah. We obviously saw what happened with them, and then Frank Lampard came in. We saw what happened with that. So, Pochettino, I feel like he's a good like building. He's a good foundational manager. Like he'll bring you to the he'll increase you. He'll make you better. He'll maybe like in a year or two, if Bowley wants to wait that long, because Bowley will fire him like almost immediately. So if he wants to wait, I can see them making Champions League next year, like the year after this one. But with Pochettino, but then again with Pochettino, once you get to the big competitions and winning a trophy, I don't think he's the guy. I think at that point you'd have to bring somebody in. But
that's true.
I mean, I definitely see them finishing around like mid-table, maybe 7. So I think that's a good spot.
Yeah. The table is the right choice.
Yeah.
One thing we forgot to mention, of course, about the coach Pochettino. Very good player. I mean, not player. Sorry, coach. He might take him to 7th. That's no higher, not higher than 7th. But
yeah,
I agree, man.
Who do you all think is gonna be the Golden Boot winner?
Golden Boot. I think it's one man for the job, bro. It's Erling Haaland, bro. Like it's just a safe pick, especially after what he did last year. I mean, it's got to be Haaland, bro. Again.
How about assist?
Again,
KDB and Haaland, bro. The dynamic duo.
No, I got my man Bruno this time.
I can see it. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah. But like,
who's gonna finish those passes? Rashford?
Nah, the new signing, number 9. Come on, bro.
Højlund?
I've never seen him play.
To be honest, I've never seen him play, but I'm just saying, just to be happy. Rasmus Højlund. I don't know how to pronounce these Danish names, but I think he's going to be a good addition to the club. But we'll see what happens, to be honest.
Maybe Odegaard's not a hot take.
Odegaard.
Yeah,
but I think with Odegaard is like, I think Saka and Martinelli really this on their own. With Odegaard, like he needs a number 9 who's gonna bag. Jesus is good, but he's not a bagsman. He's not gonna score He's not gonna score a lot of goals for you. So Odegaard is. I guess I could see it, but yeah, I mean, bro, it's only one man for the job, bro. Like I keep saying, it's Kevin De Bruyne, bro. Arguably the best midfielder in the world, bro. Like when he's healthy, like dude, he's different, man. Like you watch it.
That's a big if. You see, when he is healthy.
I mean,
that's a bigger take.
I think he'll be fine.
Right, last season, except in the final Champions League final.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's a problem. Yeah.
All right, man. So this is our list. Obviously, you guys can see we got 1 through 20, man. It's a couple surprises, couple shakeups. I mean, like Abu Bakr said, bro, it's the Prem, man. Anything can happen. This list could look completely different 2 months into the season, and we could just be completely wrong. So it's a long season, so it's gonna be a lot of ups and downs. But like, I really want to thank you guys for coming on, Amin and Abu Bakr, bro. It was a pleasure to have you guys. It might not be it probably won't be the last time you guys are on. You guys are always invited.
Of course.
If you guys want to plug anything, like your Instagram or anything, you guys can go ahead.
Before we do that, what do you think my club? Forgot about that part.
Oh, I'm happy you reminded me. If we finish this video and I totally forgot about that, would so. Oh man, I want to be honest. I want to say it was Liverpool because the way you were talking, like you would be like, hopefully Luis Diaz stays healthy, and then you named all of our people that we lost: Ox, Milner, Keita. Like I feel like some people might not remember Ox leaving and like Keita leaving. So I want to say, you're a Liverpool fan?
I mean, what do you say? I mean, no.
This man is clubless.
That's the best way to put it. I'm clubless.
Yeah.
You're clubless?
Backstory. I'm a Messi fan. And after he left Barca, I felt no connection to the club. And obviously, I can't go to PSG as well because I've never watched a game other than the Champions League. So ever since Messi left, I don't have a club. I guess now it's Inter Miami, but Premier League I just enjoy, and that's why Amin and my other roommate Neva, they hate me so much because they can't even troll me, right? I joke on them all the time after every at the game, especially after that Liverpool game. Oh my god!
Yeah,
but they can't return the favor because so I guess it's Barca. I grew up with them, but not as much as I when Messi was there. So it was a trick question. I don't have a club technically.
Okay. Well, yes. Maybe be Liverpool. You never know, but
maybe
that ain't happening.
0 win against Barca.
Hey man, that's crazy. I mean, speaking of Messi, we've all seen what he's doing at Inter Miami, man. It's crazy, bro.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We gotta
one of my favorite players.
Man.
Should be your favorite player.
Yeah, pretty much. He's the best player, my favorite player, the best player ever.
Yeah, I can't disagree, bro.
Yeah.
It was a big letdown. You didn't have a club, man. It was a big letdown.
I know.
No, actually, he.
A lot of
so since what's it? Go ahead, Bookie.
I was about to say a lot of people think or expect me to have a team in the Premier League, but just since my childhood, I just watched the Premier League since I was Barcelona. I was never the type of guy to have won the Premier League and won La Liga. So after what happened with Barca, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just distance myself. You know, it was way too stressful those COVID years. I was like, this is here having a mental toll. So like, let me.
It is very surprising, Naeem, that we both Ethiopians. Abu Bakr is Ethiopian too. I'm Ethiopian. And the fact that this guy doesn't have any Premier League team is actually very surprising. You don't know. I'm actually very surprised. If you're from Ethiopia, it's either United or Arsenal, maybe Liverpool, a little Liverpool, but it's one of those three. And this guy doesn't have any of them, so that's very surprising.
Yeah.
Me being a Liverpool fan, I know obviously the rivalry between Manchester United and Liverpool, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't really hate any club. If I'm being honest, if you were to ask me to hate a club, obviously it would be City because I mean we all know what they did to me. So
I don't.
Yeah, at that point,
I have a club that I hate though. I just can't help it. It's Arsenal. I just hate Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah, I know that rivalry too between Arsenal and
United and Arsenal. Even if they're not playing with us, I just want them to lose. You know.
Yeah,
I always call. Yeah, but good having us. It was a very good talk with you, Naeem. I hope we can come back again for
sure.
Other teams, other leagues, inshallah. And yeah.
All right, man. Thank you guys. And we're out. Peace.
Thank you.